What is going on? I'm Zedmont. We are on the dev build. That means none of this is real. No, I don't have a million diamonds, but what we do have is the ability to jump straight into Warships Season 61. You probably want to go back into your shop, scroll on over, and throw code Zedmont in there. That way you get maximum Warships awesomeness. But that's up to you. Anyways, we are going to show you this sneak peek. It is going to be a very quick one. I am out of time. Had a little bit of time to prepare, but life, you get the basic ideas. So thank you for your patience. If I miss things, do check the comments down below. I have the smartest subscribers, and 94% of the comments are going to be helpful. 6% are going to be funny, and the other 2% are going to be wrong. So anyways, starting troops this season, you guessed it, heavies and Zookas. Heavy Zookas with shock bombs not far off. Also, those shock mines early on. There are going to be no flares here though, so it's going to be all about that base design. Quick note that there are little icons next to all the choice nodes, making things a little bit easier to figure out what the heck each choice node does. Green mines are back to the early season. Lots and lots of things to unpack here. A little bit weird. We only have, 4 nodes that we can unlock before headquarters level 3. So you're going to want to get into headquarters level 3 as soon as you possibly can. You've got all the tools there. Skipping shock, probably an option, but it's also pretty cheap and you're gonna benefit all season long. And in the blink of an eye, we've got 2,700 tech, 1,900 keys, 13 million tokens. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly through this. Notice that up there, you've got a couple extra mortars or machine guns. Sniper towers, I feel like we need an extra sniper tower to be of use. 2 machine guns or 2 mortars, much more useful than those sniper towers, and people are probably just going to skip those sniper towers early season regardless. Heavies, sniper towers. Anyways, moving forwards, getting into that next engine room level. There is your decking. Love me some gaps in the middle. We got the pipes showing down there. A little caution, don't send your troops down there. Bad idea. I think we've had this exact deck somewhat recently. You're going to end up with an engine room back in here, or at the very least, probably 2 back here, depending on what else is unlocked. Let's have a quick little peek. Just a reminder, this ramp is shorter than this ramp, so you want to probably force people to come from this side because it is a little bit slower. You get the basic idea. Maybe you're going to throw a gappy in there. Anyways, bases are not my forte. We are going to move forward. Troop damage and brick, 2 optional things that will make you progress faster but are off the main path. So we're going to skip both of them, moving forward towards that 4 engine room level. Flares, super helpful, speeding things up, obviously. I'm not sure, I think that flares will speed things up more than brick, but who knows. Anyways, Zooka boost or heavy boost, you're probably going to want to get that Zooka boost, but again, off the path, so leave that for later. Getting those flares, getting flamethrowers, which will be helpful against those beautiful heavies. Love that heavy skin, by the way. Again, Doom Cannon, Shock Blaster, Laser Beam. Notice that they're all level 2, so maybe Doom Cannon is your best bet. Then again, Laser Beams against Heavy Zooka might kill the Zookas, especially because there's no troop health anywhere back there. Those green mines are going to be absolutely vital, and they are on the path. So at the very least, rush to those green mines, going to make a big difference. Then getting into that 4 engine room level, showing you these decks, moving down to only 1 ramp. That is going to be a big improvement over the 3 engine room level. You can bottleneck players a little bit easier. Also, making people go way over here and then come all the way back to this side. Super useful. Maybe you want to put like an engine room up in this neighborhood. That way they have to go way over here, and back. Bases. There'll be some cool bases at that level for sure. Finally getting into that troop health. Sparky is out of the way. No one cares about Sparky. Those are the hidden warriors making their reappearance. Those guys are invisible, don't need smoke, but again, they are like 5/8 the strength of warriors because they take up more space in the boat with their invisibility cloaks. More spam calls, more spam calls, more spam calls. Sorry about that. It's been happening a bunch lately. Need a new phone number. Hot pot, probably the best bet there. You can shock a hot pot though, and you can shock a microwaver. So nonetheless, we don't have any negative nodes yet, which is a relief to some people, I'm sure. But you notice down here, some people are going to go down. Look at that, 7 extra shock mines. We don't have shock launchers before Seekers, but there are a lot of shock mines. And there are shocks, so many players going to rush to those Seekers. And then coming back through rocket Choppas, 2 very viable troops in the same path is a little bit weird. So I think most people are probably going to go get Seekers, then come up and get troop health and carry onwards. If you're not a Seeker player, don't go through Seekers to get there, though. And again, these decks getting bigger, liking it a lot. Trying to avoid big deck comments. Shock launchers are way out of the way in their own cul-de-sac behind building damage. That is going to be a massive turning point for many players. Love that. Critter launchers, as always, being useful. Building health being in behind an expensive node of Kavan. So that is probably going to be many players' play, going to get that building health and using Kavan longer term. Laser Rangers and Kavan, great combo together. And now we end up with Barrage and GBE slightly off the path. Also, extra critter launcher going to be, I like this, boom cannon, 1 critter launcher, or 3 machine guns. That is a good value proposition. All of those. What final negative node? There we go. There's our negative node. Only one of them playing a factor. So just like other seasons where new features come out and they've showed a lot of it, this time using a little bit of restraint. Troop health, awesome. More shock mines. That is a lot of shock mines so far. Moving forward, getting that 6th engine room level. Again, interesting decking. That is going to be a problem for everyone except for rocket chopper players. But again, now we've got 2 ramps open again. Very curious to see what the 7 engine room level looks like. We're trying to speed this up, folks. The shortest sneak peek in the history of sneaking of the peaks. There's your heavy chopper that it always gets to, but how the heck do we even get there? This is quite the path. We have to go along and up and back to get, like, look how far you have to go to get artillery. That's super interesting. I kind of wish that artillery was more available, like if it was where Barrage was, but at the same time, with all these shock mines, you don't have ways to clear them. So keep putting artillery back there is a stroke of genius by the designer on this one. So well done there, liking that. We've got all of these choice nodes. I'm not going to cover all of the things. We're just giving you the brief details. Rocket launchers fairly late in the tree. Now, remote defib is going to be super interesting. It always is when it's in the tree. Now, where do we go from here? So you had to go up here past those rocket launchers to get this engine. I guess you don't have to go through rocket launchers. You might go through bombardiers if you're on the offensive side. You could also go up through that negative node, only 10%. I think that's the first time. No, it's never mind. It's not. So don't really know what that negative node is doing, really. The Hidden Warrior's going to be interesting. I mean, this is going to be, this 6 and 7 engine room is totally new. The fact that this is like an arm, I'm trying to think of the geographic term for that. Maybe like an arm, or like a, I don't know. I was going to say levy or something, but brain turning off. Nonetheless, you get the basic ideas. Only 1 negative node, new boost node, and or building node descriptions or images to make it a little bit easier, but all of the diamond costs are tied together. Let's move ourselves along, getting that troop damage, getting into smokescreen. Everyone's going to have smokescreen. That is bananas. Let's go through rocket launchers, going backwards through building health, getting that 7th engine room so we can see what that big deck looks like. Ooh, opening that extra ramp. 6 engine rooms gonna be a thing for a while. I feel like maybe. Especially, can we unlock all of this stuff down? You can unlock everything. So 7 engine rooms. Very, very, very curious to see if anyone goes 7 engine rooms early, because there's so much stuff here. This is a really, really, really interesting tree. Really looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say about it. Any questions you may have. Quickly, let's go over those chest amounts, because everyone loves big chests. We got 15, we got 16, into 18, and then the standard 20, into 25, sorry, 22. I forgot they changed that number. And then finally 25 in that legendary tier. So this should be a fairly interesting season. That 7 engine room level, super, super, super interesting. Can't wait to see how that plays out. We have never been able to get to the end of, and I'm not misspeaking here. I want to double check this. Yeah, we can get to the very end of the tree without getting to 7 engine rooms. So, I forget what headquarters level is required for this engine room. If your engine room locked, maybe you can get to the very end for the very first time this season. Anyways, that is going to be my entire sneak peek. Definitely a peek. This is not in-depth coverage. Do check out some of the other BoomTubers to get more details. That is going to be it for me, though. Headquarters level 26, bringing all of the goodness. Boom Beach Warships Season 26. Very, very interesting. I am Zedmont. Thank you for coming in. We'll talk to you very soon. I'm away all weekend, so that's why this is a bit of a rush. Anyways, thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmont. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks for coming in. Peace.